solids, liquids, and gases, nearly every substance in the universe can be classified into these three categories. Matter. Everything around us is matter. The book that we read, the air that we breathe, water that we drink, etc. These all are made up of matter. So, whether a thing is living or non-living, it has weight and occupies space. Thus, we say everything that has weight and occupies space is called matter. Matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms. These are so small that we cannot see them. These atoms usually join together in small groups called molecules. A water molecule is made from a pair of hydrogen atoms joined to an oxygen atom. So the composition is as shown.
The way the molecules are arranged in a substance determines the state of matter. Molecules in solids are tightly packed, giving them a definite shape and a fixed volume.
They are held together by extremely strong bonds.
In liquids, the molecules are loosely packed such that they do not have a definite shape but do have a fixed volume.
Also, their bonds are weaker. This gives them the flexibility to move.
In gases, the molecules are very loosely arranged. Gases have neither a definite shape nor a fixed volume. They occupy all the available space.
The molecules are spread out and their bonds are very weak. The gas molecules are full of energy and keep bouncing around constantly, so the bonds that try to hold them together break easily. Change of state.
Water is the only substance on Earth that naturally occurs in three different forms: as ice in the solid state, as water in the liquid state, and as steam or water vapor in the gaseous state.
Melting.
Let us do an activity to understand it in a better way. Take a few ice cubes in a plate and keep it on a table. After half an hour, observe. The ice cubes have melted and turned into water, that is liquid.
The temperature at which a substance melts from solid to liquid is called its melting point. When a solid is heated, the molecules begin to vibrate faster, thus loosening the bonds between them. As the temperature increases, the bonds weaken further till at a particular temperature they break apart and begin to flow like a liquid. Boiling, steam, and evaporation.
With the help of an adult, pour the water in a small saucepan and heat it. After a few minutes, water will start boiling and you shall find steam rising up. This is water vapor, which is in a gaseous state.
The highest temperature a liquid can reach before turning into a gas is its boiling point. When a liquid is heated, the molecules, which are not as tightly packed as in solids, start moving around with far more energy, and there comes a point when bubbles begin to form. This is when the liquid has reached its boiling point. It is then that the molecules start escaping from the surface and become a gas. The process of converting water from liquid state to the gaseous state is called evaporation. Condensation.
Remove the saucepan from the fire, cover it with a lid. After a few minutes, lift the lid. Carefully look at the underside of the lid. You will find droplets of water. Water vapor comes in contact with the cool surface of the lid and condenses back into water.
Here, molecules of gas move around freely as the bonds between them are very weak. When gas is cooled enough, molecules begin to bond such that they form drops of liquid. This is called condensation. Water vapor condensing from the air on leaves, petals, and grass is called dew. Different gases condense at different temperatures. Freezing.
Cool the water in the saucepan for some time. Then pour it in an ice tray. Keep it inside the freezer of a refrigerator. Remove the ice tray from the freezer after 3 hours. You will find that the water has frozen back into ice, that is, in solid state.
This process is called freezing. Most substances contract, become smaller when they freeze, as the molecules get tightly packed. Water is the only substance which expands when it freezes.
So, what did we observe? Ice melts on heating and turns into water. Water, when heated, forms water vapor. Water vapor condenses on cooling to turn back into water. When this water freezes on further cooling, it turns into ice. Thus, we now know that water changes its form due to change in temperature.
Solutions.
Take half a glass of clean water. Add a tablespoon of salt to this water and stir it. The salt dissolves in the water and we can no longer see it.
To dissolve means to completely disappear. You know that matter occupies space and salt is also matter. So the level of water should have risen when you added the salt. But it did not rise. This happens because, as you have learnt, there is a lot of empty space between the molecules of a liquid. When a solid, that is salt in this case, is mixed in the liquid, that is water, the molecules of the solid occupy the space between the molecules of the liquid. So the level of water does not rise, whereas when some substances, like marbles, put into the water level rises up as the space between the molecules is not big enough to fit the matter in it due to its bigger size.
We call a substance that dissolves in a liquid as solute. The water into which the salt has dissolved now tastes salty. The liquid into which a solute dissolves is called a solvent, and the liquid that we get as a result is called a solution.
When no more solute can be dissolved in the solvent, we say that the solution has reached a saturation point.